Welcome to the video. The diabolical bunny, there she is. Very proud of herself, her cleaning ability. She cleaned these beautiful cloisonne bracelets, bangles. Look at that. She did a really good job. Thank you, Diabolical Aunt Bunny. I put them on Etsy. They're pretty pricey because you just can't find them. I could not find any vintage ones. They run about $50 a bangle. So they're real nice. And then, thanks to a viewer, Danbury Mint, that's called A Dozen Roses. And I put it on Etsy for I think $37. I pay the shipping, and it's marked with the DB Hallmark Danbury Mint. Thank you to that viewer because I would never have figured that out. I had a request to read a little bit of this or look at this book. By the way, check out the address if you want to look that up. I think it's I'm not sure what you want to call it, but look up Templeton's if you're bored in Dallas. And I don't know how these are ending up down here, but a few of them, plus a lot, book after book after book, jewelry books, cookbooks, art books, fabulous books, and I couldn't even get them all. It was upsetting. Have been thrown in the recycle bin, so at least they're recycling. This is Arizona Highways, March 1975, if you like this. It's absolutely stunning on the cover here. I thought we would look at some of it because one lady in particular was saying, can you do a little more on that? I'm trying to see what the cover is. Cover, I don't know. Maybe it's on the back. That's an amazing piece as well. Opposite page and back cover. Two examples of masterpiece quality are the works of silver, and they tell the silversmiths. So there we have that. And I'm trying to find the front cover. I've been slowly making my way through this magazine. Every evening I read a little bit. I don't know where to find the information on the front cover. First of all, coral, red gold of Indian jewelry, talks about, this whole thing talks about trading posts, and I don't know how to spell some of this. And they traded for the coral. According to the world-renowned expert on coral in Italy, Indians of New Mexico and Arizona considered coral as an ornament of the highest value and esteem. The mysterious gem was attributed with such great power, it was thought. I'm going to have to just put this up and hold that because I can't. Not going to be able to hold the camera and read. They could cure anything from blindness to snakebite and brought the wearer great luck, long life, and virility. The reason for the premium value set on coral used in pawn jewelry is the hand drilling and meticulous hand craftsmanship used to work the material. In recent years, of course this is 75, much coral has been drilled by machine or ultrasonic methods and shipped to the reservations ready to string. Regardless of the method of working coral, it is highly valued by the Navajo Hopi and Pueblo tribes today as when it was first introduced. The Indians of the Southwest have always treasured the red gold coral. Hopis were using necklaces of coral and turquoise at their snake dances in the 1870s to 1880s. At the Zuni dances, the deep red coral is a favorite complement to silver and turquoise. The Navajos prefer the red-orange beads. With Navajo women, strands of coral beads are a symbol of success and social prominence, the standard being a minimum of 10 strands at the time of the woman's 30th birthday. The most prized and cherished necklaces of coral and turquoise bear a coin fetish or piece of turquoise tied to one of the strands. These sing ties are mementos of the sings and dances which the lady has attended and attest to her popularity and status. In Nigeria, where social classes are divided into clans, some cannot be approached unless one is properly adorned with coral, since it is considered a sign of high distinction. Some employ coral for mourning ceremonies, while others rely on this unique material when they feel that their religious faith or strength is weakening. Because of tribal tradition among the social classes which exist in Nigeria, there is one to which the chiefs belong. The initiation ceremony requires that king hands the tribal head a certain amount of coral. Only upon the receipt of this coral can the tribal head consider himself part of the select class. You can read that up there. The Southwest Indians were not only ones who sought the beauty and magic of coral. Ivan the Terrible, the Russian Tsar, Greek, Hebrew, and Muslim doctors, German, English, and French seers all sought to possess the mysterious gem. The existence of coral for adornment and its great demand in our world dates back over 10,000 years. Fragments of coral used as ornaments, amulets, or icons have been found in Neolithic graves in Europe and among the personal possessions of those of the Minoan, Mycenaean, Babylonian, and Egyptian civilizations. There are coral cameos from the Roman imperial era and small sculptures with reproductions of a siren and various animals from the Iron Age. Treasured in the British Museum of London is a marvelous Serape Jupiter from Greco-Roman art. Liverino's research has brought forth another somewhat strange but interesting use of coral. In an Egyptian tomb dating back to the 18th dynasty, teeth of light red coral have been found. For many years, the coasts of Italy were lined with what was thought to be inexhaustible coral mines, and though exploited for centuries, still offers good possibilities. However, fishing is now carried on in the Japanese Sea, the China Sea, and the South Pacific, with Japan being the major world supplier of high-quality gem material. Massive horns of Japanese coral are used for carving priceless icons and sculptures. The more delicate branches of Mediterranean coral are used for beads and finer fragments for jewelry. I gotta have a sip. With the exception of the use of the Cousteau-Cagnin valve, allowing divers to obtain greater depth, coral fishing has changed very little over the centuries. An overabundance of courage, recklessness, and willpower still occasionally cost coral divers their lives. For centuries, science classified coral as either vegetable or mineral, but in 1720 the Frenchman Peysonnel proved that the delicate, brightly colored branches were the calcareous skeletal remains of thousands of minute sea animals. With the rock-like hardness of 3 3/4, the tree fan forms come in a variety of colors, ranging from shades of blood red to orange to pink to white. Color determines the price of coral, with angel skin, a pale pink, being the most valuable. Moorish and oxblood red and satsuma, a cherry red, are next in demand. Because up to 90% of the fish coral is considered waste, 1 gram of fine jewelry quality coral is as expensive as gold and has often been referred to in the trade as red gold. Biologists have not been able to discover what the ideal habitat is for coral, and it is difficult to say at which sea depth coral is found. At Capo Cassia in Sardinia, coral was found in a sea cave practically located on the surface. In contrast, there are famous reefs of Siaka, 450 to 600 feet deep. Just as in the search for gold, coral is where you find it. I like that line. It's where you find it. Also, as is true for gold, coral is as rare. The aesthetic craftsmanship displayed by Indians of the Southwest in drilling tiny beads of coral has never been equaled and ensures pawn coral jewelry a permanent position and value in history. I'm not understanding the pawn that much, except for there was Indians pawned. They went to the trading post, is my understanding, and here's one. This is what it's called. And they would pawn their pieces, and then I guess they would get them back. I don't know. The Century of Indian Traders and Trading Posts. I don't know that I'm going to read that at any time, but let's look at this picture. Indian men and women wear more bracelets than any other types of jewelry combined. Bracelets are the keystone pieces in most private collections. Upper left, YEI figure on a match set by master silversmith Art Lewis, courtesy Jewel Box Vault Collection. Upper right and lower left, Turquoise, Coral, and Hopi overlay classics from the Jewel Box Vault Collection and the Elaine Botelier Collection. And below, a classical old Navajo bracelet from the collection of Joan Midiet. Gosh, this is just like a mouthful. Here's another trading post. So I'll just kind of scan that, and if you want to read, I don't know if you can stop the video. Pause the video and read some of that. Opposite page, bola ties are one of the newer art forms in Indian jewelry. Many of the outstanding bola ties in contemporary collections were originally made as pins and pendant medallions and converted. These classic bola tie art forms are from the Jewel Box Vault Collection. There it talks about the trading with the Spanish explorers. Maybe I'll read it sometime, but I'm not sure. We're just gonna see if that'll work for people that are interested to pause it. I don't know if it will or not. This talks about the trading posts. Some of the trading, I read it all, was like taking advantage of the Indians, and then according to the article, more ethical people came in later, more families came in. But I think it's still exploitation, but you know, whatever, I don't know. The Indians had a way to make some money, so I really don't know. But they talk about these families that ran these trading posts. And it gets political. So if you're interested, I think you could find quite a bit on this on the internet probably, but we'll look at some more pictures. I'm just scanning this if somebody wants to read it. I did read it. I would read like a page a night, but I just think the author can put their own spin on it, and who knows what the true history is. You would have to really research it. Let me just see. We're going to stop after this picture. Left, original George A stumpf necklace with brass, silver, turquoise, and bear claws. And then below, turquoise bear carving and a necklace of Persian turquoise, silver, and bear claws. And I'll make a note that the next time we'll start here. And we'll see y'all later.